The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Let me pull back for a second because I want to stick to the economy, also gas prices. One thing that was striking about the debate over the jobs numbers, Speaker Gingrich, was what some in conservative corners were arguing about the actual numbers. Jack Welch made a lot of headlines with a tweet that said, unbelievable jobs numbers, these Chicago guys will do anything, can't debate, so that they change the numbers without any substantiation. He was on hardball with Chris Matthews, and this is how he explained what was behind that analysis. Watch.
I've reviewed 14 businesses this week, from restaurants to rental cars to widgets. I have seen everybody with a third quarter equal to or weaker than the first quarter. Okay. In order to get 873,000 new jobs, you would have to have a GDP going at 4 to 5%. The second quarter was downgraded from 1.7 to 1.3. The third quarter is not going to be very strong. It just defies the imagination to have a surge larger than any surge since 1983, a month before the election. I leave it to you to do all the analysis.
You know,
one of the most important CEOs in America, formerly of General Electric. Does this ring true to you, Speaker?
Well, it rings true at a deeper level without getting into the conspiracy of the Bureau of Labor Standards. Actually, since it's a survey, is this outside the statistical bounds of their survey, which is plausible but irrelevant. What's interesting is you have a president who, after 4 years, and by the way, his last budget got 0 votes in the U.S. Senate. Not a single Democrat voted for his last budget. So you have a president of the United States so deeply distrusted by people like Jack Welch, who's hardly a right-winger. I mean, Welch is one of the most successful businessmen in America. The Welch instantaneously assumes this is the Chicago machine. It's worth looking at.
Can I stop here? Because this is really making me crazy. The Federal Reserve gets questioned now for politics these days. The Supreme Court and John Roberts, we have corroded what we're doing. We are corroding trust in our government in a way. And one-time responsible people are doing to control it. And the idea that Donald Trump and Jack Welch, rich people with crazy conspiracies, can get traction on this is a bad trend.
I assume, David, there's a number of people that believe the real unemployment report is somewhere in a safe in Nairobi with the president's Kenyan birth certificate. I mean, this stuff is absolutely crazy. The notion, quite frankly, that somebody as well respected as Jack Welch would go on television and single-handedly embarrass himself for the entire day of Friday by saying somehow that these statistics are made up. I agree with Chuck. It's incredibly dangerous, and we wonder why institutions in this country the perception of institutions in this country are failing because people go on TV and just make stuff up. Asked for the evidence, he said he had none.
Well, and by the way, the Bush head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics came out after Jack Welch did and said, there is no way that this could be. These guys are not influenced. It's not possible.
When did you stop beating your wife?
No.
We have mainstream this.
You guys are missing the whole point. The reason people are losing respect for Washington is they're losing respect for Washington. It's not some right-wing crazy thing. I don't know a single small businessman or woman who believes that the next 4 years under Obama will be good.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.